Song JOONG KI and Song HYE KYO, the truth behind their divorce. Glowing Star, the global K-drama fairy tale. When Song Joong-ki and Song HYE met on the set of Descendants of the Sun in 2015, few could have predicted the cultural tidal wave that would follow. The drama didn't just perform well, it became a global sensation. It ranked among the highest-rated Korean dramas of all time, pulling in viewers from China, Southeast Asia, the Middle East, Europe, and even the Americas. The phenomenon was dubbed the Descendants effect. Tourism to filming locations skyrocketed, merchandise sales exploded, and Hallyu, the Korean wave, reached new heights. And at the very center of this fever were the two leads whose chemistry was simply electric. Fans didn't just watch their story. They lived it. They wrote fanfiction, created compilations of their sweetest moments, and shipped the couple so hard that Song became a brand in itself. For many, it felt inevitable that art would mirror life. Two hearts a relationship fans wanted to believe. The rumors of romance began subtly. Joong-ki was spotted attending HYE's fan meetings quietly. HYE was seen at Joong-ki's private gatherings. They were photographed in New York, sparking whispers across fan forums. When their engagement was announced in July 2017, the reaction was unprecedented. News outlets across Asia labeled it the wedding of the century. Ring a wedding for the ages. Their October 2017 wedding was a spectacle that rivaled even royal ceremonies. Hosted at the Shilla Hotel, the event was closed to the public but photographed heavily by press from around the globe. Stars like Zhang Zi, Yuan, and Park Bo-gum attended, and every detail, from the floral arrangements to the gown, was analyzed by fans. For K-drama lovers, this wasn't just a wedding. It was a symbol. It proved that fairy tales could come true, that the on-screen magic could live off-screen. At that moment, the Song couple became more than celebrities. They became a dream fulfilled. Broken heart, the divorce that shattered millions. That's why the news in June 2019 came as such a shock. Just 20 months into their marriage, Song Joong-ki filed for divorce. The joint statement was short, almost clinical. They cited irreconcilable differences. But to the millions who had invested emotionally, it felt like the collapse of a dream. Fans cried online, posting messages like, "Love is dead, and if even they can't make it, who can?" News anchors treated the story almost like a national tragedy. It wasn't just gossip. It was a collective heartbreak. Detective theories and speculation. As with any high-profile split, theories swirled instantly. Clash of personalities. Insiders hinted that Joong-ki was more traditional, wanting family stability, while HYE valued independence and career. Busy schedules. Both stars were at the peak of their careers, often filming separately abroad, which reportedly strained communication. Outside influence. Some tabloids suggested interference from in-laws or external pressures that widened their differences. Rumors and blame games. Unverified stories of betrayal and mistrust spread like wildfire online, though none were ever confirmed. The reality? Only Joong-ki and HYE know the full truth. But the silence left fans to fill in the gaps, creating endless debates. Glow showing Europe-Africa media frenzy and global reaction. Korean media covered every angle, from financial settlements to emotional speculation. Chinese tabloids dug into supposed hidden fights, while Japanese outlets highlighted cultural pressures on high-profile marriages. Western outlets like CNN and BBC even picked up the story, illustrating just how globally iconic this couple had become. Some fans supported Joong-ki, portraying him as the hurt party blindsided by the split. Others defended HYE, arguing she deserved freedom from unrealistic expectations. Social media became a battleground, with both sides fiercely loyal to their chosen star. Fire comparisons with other K-drama couples. The split also invited comparisons to other famous couples. Hyun Bin and Song HYE's past relationship resurfaced in discussion. Fans contrasted the Song couple's breakup with the enduring romance of Hyun Bin and Sun Ye-jin, who later married in 2022. It raised questions. Is it possible for two megastars to maintain a marriage under such intense scrutiny? Or is the glare of fame simply too much for love to survive? Seedling life after love. Despite the storm, both stars charted new paths. Song Joong-ki chose to move forward decisively. His success in dramas like Vincenzo and Reborn Rich restored his superstar status. And in 2023, he found love again, marrying British actress Katie Louise Saunders and welcoming their first child. Fans celebrated his newfound happiness, calling it a fresh chapter. Rose the legacy of the Song couple. Though short-lived, their marriage changed the cultural landscape. The Song couple remains one of the most iconic love stories in Korean entertainment history. Their union brought joy, their split brought sadness, but their impact continues to echo. Even today, whenever Descendants of the Sun is rewatched, fans cannot help but whisper, "What if things had turned out differently?" Memo lessons from their story. 1. Chemistry doesn't always mean compatibility. On screen, Song Joong-ki and Song HYE were perfect. Their smiles, their timing, their gestures, everything aligned to create one of the greatest love stories in K-drama history. But what works in scripted drama doesn't always translate to real life. Chemistry can create sparks, but compatibility is what sustains a relationship. Their story reminds us that while love may begin with passion, it can only survive with understanding, compromise, and shared values. 2. Love under the spotlight is harder than it looks. The world watched their every move, from private dinners to public appearances. What might have been small disagreements in an ordinary marriage became magnified under the glare of cameras and global gossip. This highlights an important truth. Relationships need privacy to thrive. When love is constantly dissected, criticized, and idealized by millions, it becomes harder to nurture authenticity. 3. Timing matters in love. Both stars were at the height of their careers when they got married. Their demanding schedules, international projects, and personal ambitions created long distances, not just physically, but emotionally. Their story teaches us that sometimes love isn't enough if life paths are not aligned. Glowing Star Final Reflection. The story of Song Joong-ki and Song HYE is not simply about two celebrities who fell in love and later parted ways. It is about the collision of fantasy and reality, about how deeply audiences can invest in a love story that was never truly their own. For millions of fans, the Song couple symbolized hope. They were proof that the magic of K-drama could cross the screen and live in the real world. Their wedding wasn't just a union of two stars. It was a celebration for fans who believed that fairy tales still existed in our modern world. In the end, the legacy of the Song couple lies not in how their story ended, but in how it continues to live in the hearts of fans. Their names will always be linked, not because of the divorce, but because of the cultural impact they created together. They may have gone their separate ways, but their love story, both real and tragic, will forever remain a symbol of the beauty and fragility of human connection.